let's jump into this AI music stuff. It feels like AI is everywhere now, right?
Yeah, totally.
Every day there's something new that just blows my mind. And, our listeners are really into it too. Like you reached out about apps like Suno, remember that?
Yeah.
This whole thing where you can just type in what you want and AI makes music for you.
It's wild.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. And I think we need to get into this like really deep.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we've got you here,
Absolutely.
our AI music expert.
Yeah.
So first off, can we just, for anyone who somehow missed this, what's the basic idea here?
So basically, you've got these apps, like Suno is a good example. You can literally just type in words.
Right.
Like you want a happy song, you want a sad song, you want, rock music, whatever, and it'll spit out a track for you.
It's incredible, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can kind of get how AI can write an email, but music feels so different.
Totally. It feels much more human, doesn't it?
But Suno, I feel like that's just the start.
Yeah.
There are so many more of these apps out there.
Yeah, there's a ton, and they all sort of have their own little niche.
Yeah, so like Boomy, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that one's been blowing up lately.
Yeah, Boomy's really interesting because it's all about ease of use.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, even if you've never touched a musical instrument in your life,
Right.
you can hop on this thing, and like within a few minutes, you've got your own song.
And they're not like, they don't sound terrible.
No, not at all. Obviously, there's a range of quality,
Yeah.
depending on what you put in and kind of, what your expectations are. But yeah, you can create stuff that sounds pretty legit.
And this is what blows my mind, right? Like, I make this song, and then I can put it on Spotify.
Exactly.
That's wild.
You can put it on Spotify, Apple Music, all the major platforms.
Right.
And that's where it starts getting really interesting, right?
Yeah, because like, if everyone's a musician now,
Exactly.
is Spotify just going to be flooded with millions of,
AI-generated tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what does that mean for artists who are,
Right.
trying to make it in the traditional way?
All the economics of the music industry. Does that just get flipped on its head?
Yeah, it's a huge question mark, and no one really knows the answer yet.
It's exciting, though.
It is. It's a very interesting time to be watching this.
So Boomy's like that super easy one.
Yeah.
But then there's Sounddraw, which is a bit more, it's almost like for a specific use case, right?
Yeah.
It's like if you're a YouTuber
Exactly.
or you have a podcast
Yeah.
and you need music,
Right.
but you don't want to get sued.
Exactly. So it's all about royalty-free music.
Yeah.
So you can just, create custom tracks
Well, that's cool.
to fit your video perfect.
So I can say I need, like a minute 30
Yeah.
of like, kind of a driving techno beat.
Exactly, and it'll spit it out for you, and you're good to go.
Wow. Okay. So we've got like the easy one, the one for YouTubers.
Yeah.
But what about people who are actually like, musicians?
Right, the pros.
Yeah. What are they using?
Yeah, so there are tools for them too, like AIVA is one that comes to mind.
Okay.
And this is for, people who understand music theory.
Right.
They can actually edit the MIDI files.
Oh, wow.
So it gets really, really granular. You can do things like film scores,
That's amazing.
really complex pieces of music.
Wow. It's like having an orchestra at your fingertips.
Pretty much, yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
But music isn't just notes,
Oh.
bro.
Of course not.
It's about like feeling and emotion and all that.
Exactly.
Is there an AI for that?
Yeah, absolutely. So Amper Music is really interesting.
Wow.
You can tell it what mood you want.
Right.
Happy, sad, suspenseful, whatever.
Wow.
And it'll create a track that evokes that specific emotion.
So I can say I need something that sounds kind of hopeful, but also a little bit melancholic.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it'll do its best to create that for you.
Wow, it's like you don't even need to be a musician anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of blurring those lines, isn't it?
But doesn't part of the fun of music come from jamming with other people?
Oh, absolutely.
Is there an AI that can, I don't know, help with that?
Yeah. So for that, you have something like Endless.
Okay.
It's all about collaborative music making.
What, in real time?
In real time.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So you can be sitting there with, someone across the world.
Right.
And you're both creating music together.
AI is kind of the bridge between you.
Exactly.
Wow, that's incredible. Okay, so we've got the super simple ones. We've got the one for the pros. We've got the one for jamming with your buddies. What if you're just
Yeah.
I don't know, kind of a tech phobe, but you still want to add some music to your home videos or something?
Right. So for that, there's Ecrit Music.
Okay, yeah.
That's super, super simple. So no, messing around with complex settings or anything.
Nope. It's just choose a scenario, happy home videos, and it'll create the perfect little soundtrack for you.
So easy.
Easy peasy.
Okay, before we wrap up, I got to ask about this one. OpenAI Jukebox. This one seems like it's, I don't know, a little more out there.
Yeah, Jukebox is kind of the wild card.
Okay.
So imagine this. It can create music in the style of specific artists.
What?
Yeah, so it's been trained on like a massive amount of music data.
Right.
And it can actually try to sound like, the Beatles or whoever.
Wait, so you could have a new Beatles song?
Theoretically, yeah.
No.
It's still early days, but that's the kind of potential we're talking about.
But that brings up a lot of I don't know, are we allowed to do that?
Exactly, right?
Like, who owns that music?
Right, those are the big ethical questions.
Like, if I make a song that sounds like the Beatles, is that my song?
Right, and it gets even weirder if you think about, artists who have passed away.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Like, what if I create a new Jimi Hendrix song? Who owns that?
It's uncharted territory for sure.
It's kind of scary, but also kind of cool.
Definitely.
So, I mean, we've covered a lot here.
Yeah, we have.
It seems like there's an AI music app for pretty much anyone now.
Yeah, from the complete beginner to the seasoned pro,
Yeah.
there's something out there for everyone.
But this isn't just about, the apps themselves.
Why?
right?
No, it's much bigger than that.
It's about how AI is, changing music itself.
Exactly, how we make it, how we experience it, how we even define it.
Yeah, it's almost philosophical, right?
In a way, yeah. I think the big thing to remember is that AI isn't here to replace human musicians.
Probably it's a tool.
Exactly, it's a tool, a new way to create, to collaborate.
Yeah, it's like AI can be the paintbrush,
Uh-huh.
but we're still the artists,
Absolutely, the creativity ultimately comes from us.
So, for everyone listening, as you're playing around with these apps, I want you to think about something. What happens when anyone, literally anyone, can make music that sounds amazing?
Yeah,
What happens to the music industry?
right.
What happens to, what it even means to be a musician?
It's a big question, and I don't think there are any easy answers.
But that's what makes it so exciting, right?
Absolutely.
There's a whole new world, and we're all just figuring it out together.
That's the beauty of it.
So go out there, experiment, have fun, and who knows, maybe you'll be the one to create the next big hit.
Maybe you will. Or maybe AI will.
Maybe so.
We'll see.
All right, that's it for our deep dive into AI music. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.
Absolutely. See you next time.